Are you looking for the best laptops? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best laptops on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Dell XPS 1595 3015.6-inch FHD Plus laptops. Dell's flagship laptop, the XPS 15 combines a sleek design with top-end specifications. From the crisp and bright OLED display to the 13th generation Intel CPU, backed up with a generous 16GB of memory in the base model, it's one of the best Windows Ultrabooks you'll find for productivity. In our full review of the Dell XPS 15, our tester was impressed by the upgraded display and performance, calling it a high-performance and productivity-focused Windows machine with a spectacular OLED display and a better battery life than ever. Build quality is solid, and Dell has even found room to add some touches of character to the chassis, such as the textured carbon fiber palm rest to prevent sweaty palms while working. At just shy of 2 kilograms, the Dell XPS 15 isn't the lightest laptop we've tested, but it feels nicely balanced to hold. Port selection is generous, with a pair of Thunderbolt USB-C ports alongside a DisplayPort connection for external monitors. The base model doesn't use an OLED display, you'll have to fork out extra to get that impressive screen, but Dell gives you plenty of options to choose between when configuring the Dell XPS 15 to your budget. CPU, 13th Gen Intel Core i7/i9. Graphics, Intel Arc/GeForce 4050, 4060, 4070. RAM, 16GB to 64GB. Screen, 15.6 inches, 1920x1, 200px touchscreen. Storage, 512GB to 4TB SSD. Excellent performance. Highly customizable. Great build quality. Number 2. Asus Zenbook Pro 14 OLED. The Asus Zenbook Pro 14 OLED packs impressive performance into a slim and lightweight 14 inches Ultrabook package. It's configurable up to a whopping Intel Core i9 processor and a dedicated RTX 4070 GPU, but even the mid-spec models come with a 4000 series GPU, making them capable enough for serious creative work, such as 4K video rendering and browsing giant Adobe Bridge libraries. The display is similarly impressive, a 2.8K OLED screen running at 120Hz with a decent 550 nits of brightness. Images and video look great on this display, the OLED tech delivering perfect blacks and rich contrast, while the 100% DCI-P3 gamut makes it suitable for color work. Despite its thin profile, the Zenbook Pro 14 OLED feels reassuringly sturdy. The keyboard offers a comfortable typing experience with ample key travel. Unique to this laptop, and because Asus loves being weird sometimes, there's an iPod-style rotary dial on the trackpad that can be customized to control the application you're using. The Zenbook Pro 14 OLED is as good as a 14 inches Ultrabook gets. During testing, the standard shortcomings of any super-thin laptop came to light. Battery life is eaten up by that glorious OLED screen and GPU, and, while the dynamic fan controls work perfectly, performance gets dialed down to prevent overheating when running several demanding processes at once. That's to be expected in such a compact device, but we rate the Zenbook Pro 14 OLED as a top performer in this category all the same. Graphics, GeForce RTX 4060 8GB. RAM, 16GB. Storage, 1TB SSD. Impressive display. Great performance. Thin and lightweight design. Number 3. Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 13.3-inch QHD laptop. Lenovo has been quietly producing excellent laptops and tablets at affordable prices for years, and the Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 is the manufacturer's best Ultrabook so far. This year's model sees a refresh, with the newest CPUs from Intel and AMD, making it a great option for productivity-focused users looking for portability and battery life. The all-metal chassis feels reassuringly sturdy, despite its slim and featherweight design, and the lack of heavy branding gives the laptop a minimalist, MacBook-esque aesthetic. The battery life is equally impressive, consistently lasting us a full workday on a single charge. You're also getting a 14 inches OLED display as standard, which is great to see in a Windows laptop in this price range. The port selection is decent, with a pair of USB-C Thunderbolt ports and the option to connect to an external display using HDMI 2.1. The Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 is a well-rounded laptop that delivers excellent performance, long battery life, and a comfortable typing experience, making it a strong contender for everyday use. CPU, Intel Core i5-1135G7 through to Intel Core i7-1165G7. Graphics, Intel Iris Xe. RAM, 8GB DDR4. Screen, 14 inches, 1920x1080px. Storage, 256GB through to 512GB SSD. Unbeatable value. Excellent battery life. Great performance. Number 4. Apple 2024 MacBook Air 13-inch laptop. Apple's thinnest, lightest MacBook transcended the tech world to become an instantly recognizable design icon, the profile of which many rival laptops have since followed. If you've ever held one of these machines, you'll understand why it's such an alluring device. The MacBook Air is an elegant piece of engineering, weighing just 1.24 kilograms and measuring 1.13 centimeters thin. The 2024 model is powered by Apple's latest M3 processor, an ARM-based chip that unlocks notable performance boosts and better battery efficiency over the older Intel CPU seen in previous generations. Apple laptop. CPU, Apple M3 chip. Graphics, integrated M3 GPU. RAM, 8GB to 16GB. Screen, 13.6 inches, 2560x1, 664px. Storage, 256GB to 512GB. Great display. Lightweight and thin design. Fast M3 performance. Number 5. MSI Prestige 14 Evo laptop. This laptop is squarely targeted at business users. Our review model runs on the 13th generation Intel Core i7 processor with 16GB of memory, and, while it lacks the support of a dedicated GPU, it comfortably handles demanding workplace tasks, such as photo editing and some light video rendering without breaking a sweat. The design is polished, using a lightweight and slim chassis that's sturdy to the touch. MSI claims the Prestige 14 Evo has military-grade durability, and while we didn't feel compelled to try rolling over our test unit in a tank, the laptop feels like it could take a few knocks. The keyboard is particularly delightful to work on all day, with plenty of travel in the keystrokes, though MSI has inexplicably decided to cram the page up and page down keys into a tiny space surrounding the arrow keys. The dull-looking 60Hz display is the biggest mark against the Prestige 14 Evo, but the addition of an HDMI 2.1 port, a USB-C port and a pair of Thunderbolt 4 ports gives you plenty of options to connect to external monitors instead. Extra touches such as a fingerprint reader and facial recognition round off a capable productivity laptop. Laptop for business. CPU, Intel Core i7. Graphics, Intel Iris Xe. RAM, 16GB. Screen, 14 inches Full HD, 60Hz. Storage, 512GB. Sturdy, durable design. Great external monitor connections.